All right, our last finalist for this part one of the New Beverage Showdown final round is Kendrick, who is the Chief Marketing and Ideation Officer for Newbies. Hey, Autumn.
Hi. Perfect. Hi, I'm Autumn Kendrick from Newbies, and I'm so excited to be back here and sharing more with you about the Newbies Plus story. Let's do a quick review. Newbies Plus is a functional fruit shake designed for busy families. It's dietitian and picky eater approved, has 8 grams of grass-fed protein, 4 grams of soluble fiber, that means no sugar peaks and crashes, plus 30% of daily vitamin C and D. It's made with coconut cream and organic juices for a delicious shake experience. We're bringing functionality to the kids market, and all in an eco-friendly pouch. Let's talk pouches for a second. Okay, so taking care of the planet is really important to us. We did our research and found that flexible pouches were the best alternative packaging. They waste less water than glass by 1,200%, use less energy than aluminum by 75%, and 5 times less material than other rigid containers. Okay, so how did we get here? Let's talk story. So we're actually part of a bigger group called Catalyst. That's a fully integrated beverage development company specializing in formulation and small-scale pilot production. I'm the owner's daughter, and Newbies Plus is my first creation. When a family friend was struggling to get their daughter to enjoy any sort of meaningful nutrition, our founder, Ron Kendrick, helped them out, got to work, and created the first version of what has become Newbies. And we got our first Newbies kid. Looking to store shelves, we discovered there was an opportunity to be a category disruptor. And it was time to get to work. Let's take a moment. Yesterday, the judges commented on the Newbies Plus side. I'm excited to address this strategic choice. You see, Newbies Plus has a sister, Newbies. It's targeted at the younger age group of 3 to 9 and just 6.5 ounces. What we had was a growing community of fans that were aging up and still wanting their Newbies, but not that kiddie packaging. So we saw an opportunity to expand our portfolio and fill this demand, creating Newbies Plus. And we were excited to find out that there was an even bigger market potential here. And since launching late this summer, we've had vastly greater sales than we expected, and we've even won the BC Food and Beverage Product of the Year. Not new product, product of the year. Okay, so let's talk activation, because let's be honest, kids products is a hard market, and there's a lot of big players. So we've utilized a couple interesting channels. One, digital activation, driving awareness and trial through social media and our e-commerce store. Direct to consumers has allowed us to provide trial and even build loyalty with our subscription program. We've also utilized activity cafes. There's a lot of them, by the way. Climbing gyms, laser domes, bowling centers, play cafes, and we've directly hit a captured audience with awareness and gained some of our biggest fans, soccer dads and hockey coaches. So this seeding approach has allowed us to hit retail, traditional, and the growing delivery grocery market. So price point. At $2.99, which is $3.79 Canadian, our price point, we found it to be a sustainable sweet spot. We acknowledge that functional high-quality ingredients cost more, but this price allows us to still be competitive in the market, providing 40% to retailers and margins for our team with Unify Canada. We're currently in about 130 locations and quickly approaching 300 doors. What's next? Well, we're coming to the US and super excited about it, but recognize that it needs its own strategy. We're looking to go to natural retailers, reaching opinion leaders that are looking for delicious nutrition in an eco-friendly pouch, and e-commerce. So we know Kids' beverages are a difficult market to penetrate, but we believe we have the right proposition, differentiation, economics, and activation plan to win. Even a small share of this category will deliver great success. We're thinking big and ready to win.
All right, great stuff. Max, let's start with you. Autumn talked about a significant white space for a product like Newbies. Did she convince you?
I have an 8-year-old at home who, honestly, it wouldn't be cool for him to do a pouch. So I'm wondering, how are you tackling that in terms of, I know you've got the Plus, but they're still sitting there like using a pouch.
So we have some fun ways that we do that. We're being at soccer games and everything like that. We have kids that we highlight the durability of it, so they kick it around, and then a lot of the parents are just loving it because it packs down to nothing, so there's no concern of them throwing them in the hockey bag or anything like that. And as more and more pouches are coming to market, you're seeing Klondike do a drink with it, you're seeing teas in it, you're seeing the sports people having more and more pouches. It's been a struggle, no doubt, but it's becoming an accepted format, and we're not getting that same pushback, especially this year with Newbies Plus.
Okay, so if Body Armor comes out with a pouch, you're gold.
We're gold, we're set. But it is growing. It's been
Okay.
a struggle, especially with Newbies and the younger kids. But Newbies Plus, we've really seen a bigger approach.
Okay, awesome.
John, Autumn mentioned soccer. I didn't, so you can't drop kick me off the stage.
Kids soccer.
Kids soccer, right. Let's talk about the taste. Obviously, this product is for kids, but what do you think of the flavor and the taste of Newbies?
Yeah, I mean, the flavor is great. I think I really like the coconut aspect to it. I guess kind of looking at, the name of it and what was on the pouch, I sort of felt like I was going to find something that tasted overly functional. Like, that's kind of what I took the Plus to be. It's really hard to not harp on the pouch, though. I mean, I think that's, even just you had to explain, like, the why. I mean, it's going to be complicated, and, it's certainly limiting the use occasions. So, I think that's just going to be the challenge. If you could put this in, like, a bottle today and a pouch, down the line, like, that might,
We actually did research with our loyal fans and consumers and reached out to them. And we're like,
Sure.
Would you like us to be in other packaging? And we list them and we talked about what they liked about the pouch. And we had 98% of those consumers come back and say, we like that you're in a pouch
Sure.
and we wouldn't want to
Yeah, I
take
mean,
it.
the people who were buying it for sure like the
No,
pouch.
but that was
Yeah.
also to others because there was a convenience factor. So there was a blind
Sure.
question
So,
too.
and again, I'm not saying this.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's a growing avenue of packaging. So we get that a lot and are always happy.
Are you launching the Newbies line in the U.S. as well, or just Newbies Plus?
We'd like to launch both. Newbies Plus has the bigger market opportunity we've found and a taste profile that's just really exciting people. We purposely don't want it to taste functional. You're having picky eaters as kids. When it tastes functional, they're not coming back to you and asking for more.
Yeah, I guess just one last comment. I feel like there might be maybe a better way to differentiate the two so that it's more clear that, like, this line is for an older consumer. Like, I looked at it and it very much, like, we immediately were talking about, like, the Go-Go Squeeze applesauce, so.
Absolutely. And we're looking at that with Newbies for sure.
Cool.
As Autumn talked about, kids products, really tough. Ken, do you see a runway for Newbies within this tough kids beverage category?
It's hard for me to draw on my inner 9-year-old right now saying. But I did like the viscosity. I thought it was interesting. Maybe that cuts through the clutter of what the competitive set is. I think there's certainly some call-outs, like if the coconut has MCT oils. I mean, I don't know if that's a satiety thing. Is that too much to introduce to a 9 to 14-year-old? Not sure. But the liquid tastes good and the viscosity is interesting.
Thank you. And on the coconut, that also came from feedback of our consumers growing up and having lactose issues. So we wanted to give an alternative that didn't have lactose in it.
I'm just intolerant, not lactose.
Eric, let's wrap up with you. In terms of the go-to-market strategy for the U.S., can you comment on that?
Yeah, I think I think a lot of what we've been talking about is the pouch, and I think it was interesting to hear your defense of the pouch in terms of sustainability stats. I guess one question I had is the pouch actually recyclable itself?
So it's a recyclable 7, which is recyclable in Canada. We're working to get a recycle 4, and we're also working at other avenues to really stay true to that eco footprint and always open to whatever technology is coming. So for us, it's had that beautiful convenience factor and being able to stand our pillar of eco-friendly.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, we're out of time, but well done. Thank you so much.